All right, thanks for checking out this channel of ours, and we appreciate you finding us. We've got about 500 videos on YouTube, so if this is the first video you've ever seen of ours, I don't know if you want to grab some popcorn and start watching our videos. We've got 500 of them for you to watch. So, we're just a repair shop. We just work on things for people, and we work on all brands and ages of electric fence boxes. All of our information is down in the description area. But here's our quick little glance at one of our cards. But we work on all brands and ages of these electric fence boxes. There's our websites, cattlescalerepair.com and fencerfixer.com, and our address. But we're just a mom and pop shop. We just work on fence boxes for a multitude of brands and styles and ages. We get old units from the 60s and 70s and older sometimes, and we get ones from the 90s and 2000s and 2010s. We get a good variety of units come through, a good variety of brands. So, well, we're going to take this unit apart and go through it. The note says, I think the transformer is bad in it. I talked to the guy about this unit before he sent it off, and he'd sent it to Speedrite directly, which is True Test / Data Mars down there in Texas, and they said the transformer was bad. They don't make them anymore. You need to buy a new one. Well, they sent it back to him because they didn't want to put the money into a new one just yet. And so he found one of my other videos on YouTube and said, hey, can you fix this thing? This is what True Test says is wrong with it. I said, yeah, I can fix that, no problem. So they don't make transformers for this unit anymore, but we have a transformer that we can retrofit into this thing. And it's made for up to a 15 joule unit. This is like a 10 joule unit, so we got plenty of capacity there to handle the power coming through this thing. So that's what's wrong with it, they said, but we're going to verify that once we get it apart. So when I get these little tabs at the side of the case, because some brands, they'll carry parts for units for a number of years, and then they'll eventually get to the point where they stop making parts after a few years, and they just want you to buy a new one, which is fine to buy a new one, but I wouldn't buy a new Speedrite. They're just overpriced hype for what they are. So what we're gonna, these old school Speedrites are really, really good. So we're gonna pop it apart here. We're gonna make sure the transformer is indeed bad, which probably is. I mean, True Test they know what they're doing, testing and fixing stuff, but they don't want to sell you. They want to sell you a new one. 1995 is when this unit was built, so it's 25 years old. I'd like to see a new Speedrite go that long. Let me get a can of air. I gotta blow this crap out of this thing. Give me just a second here. All right, got a can of air here. There's some crap rolling around the inside. Well, yeah, this transfer is definitely bad. It's got cracks in it here. You can see it's all split apart here. Epoxy is coming up on it. See if I could, I don't care if I could look inside, but I think the whole winding's all full of epoxy. So the transfer is definitely bad. Let's check these capacitors out while we're in here. Might as well. These are 30 microfarad capacitors. They're wired in parallel, so you add them up so that they should reach 60 when you go and test across them. And to test the capacitor, you don't have to have this particular meter. It's a Fluke 115, but look at your meter. Look for this symbol right here. Come on, focus, you stupid thing. All right, there he goes. Look for that symbol right there above my finger, that little yellow symbol. Man, what is wrong with this stupid camera? I want to focus on other things besides what I'm actually looking at. There. That symbol right there above my finger, yellow symbol, that's the symbol for a capacitor. If your meter doesn't really have that, You really can't test capacitors right. These are not electrolytic capacitors. They're pulse grades or a different type. Ooh. 3.4. That's with two capacitors wired up together. So that means it must be reading like 1.5 a piece. So it's, you know, they even feel kind of light. So I think they've lost some of their mojo here. We'll test them individually and see what they read. That reads nothing. That reads nothing. So both capacitors are shot. So let me go get a new one here. Let me find a capacitor that will work. That's 60 microfarads. So we got to find a 230s or a 60 put in there. Well, I don't have a 60 or 230s in stock, but I've got an 80 microfarad capacitor, so we can put that in place of both of those. It won't hurt anything. They'll just get a little bit harder shock out of it. So what we'll do is we'll do this, plug it in, and we'll just even though that's cracked, which isn't good, we're gonna check to see that should fit right in there just fine. So that should work. So we'll see if it comes on and flashes and clicks, and we'll test the output down here, or maybe we'll test it right there, one of the two. See what it puts out. We'll plug it in. All right, it's clicking. It's a good sign. Light down here is not flashing, but it is burnt out, and so they can tell that much. Let's go across here to here, because that's the transformer output. Oh, look at that. Transformer might not be the issue. I'm getting 9,000 volts there. Turn it off real quick. Let's turn it up on its side like this. And we're going to, that board, the bulb's burnt out on the output board. And then we're gonna test here and see. Well, Mr. True Test, you're wrong again. Transformer was not bad. Looks bad, but it's not bad. So capacitors was the issue, not the transformer. That's a shame. They told that they could have fixed it for the guy. They stopped those capacitors. They still make them. You still buy them from them. But they didn't dig that deep. And all they said, oh, low output, bad transformer, can't fix it. I mean, it does have this crack in there, but the coil's still good. It's still putting out right. Typically, these transformers either work or they don't. So, well, I need to fix this light bulb on there. It's burned out. So let's unplug these wires from it. Pull this transformer up, or output board up. Yeah, bulb's burnt out. It's all black. Should be kind of clear, see-through light like this. It's a smaller bulb, but we can make it work. I'm actually gonna put two of them in place of the one. I even went and grabbed a transformer to stick inside there because I thought it was gonna be bad. All right, well, let's move some crap out of the way here so I get my desoldering stuff going on. All right, so let's suck the solder off these two joints right here. Take, because these bulbs are the same style. They're just about half the size. Actually, oh, I want to do that. I do have a big bulb here. So I bought these bulbs in bulk. And the last batch I bought was the wrong size. They got the miniature versions like that, and normal size like this. So I could put two of these small ones, wire them in series, put in there, or just put one big one. But we're gonna, since I got one bigger bulb still sitting there, and save me some time, and just put one big bulb in place where the other big bulb went. So we're gonna shove in these two little holes here. Come on, get in your hole there, sir. Fold it over like that. And we'll solder it back on. Oh, where's the solder at? Now I gotta find that crap. Yep, there it is. Well, one thing that did happen as I was desoldering is that one bottom solder pad pulled up a little bit. So I'm going to run a jumper wire from there to there to kind of bridge, to tie it back into itself. So let me go get a piece of, actually I got a piece of wire up here that should work. There we go. So I'm just going to go from here to there. And that should solve the issue of that bulb, hopefully. Oh, where's my third hand deal? Well, got a third hand deal that'll hold something for you, but I don't know where the hell it's sitting at, so we'll just do that. And we're going to cut off a little excess that's on there. Fuse the two together. Run over here. Cut it a little long. Strip off a little bit on the end there. All right, just want to make sure. We're going to take a something soldered there. Nope. So that's fine. All right, we're going to take this and slide it back down here. Sorry for my head being in the way, but I can't see what I'm doing, so I got to look down in here and see where the tabs line up at. Bend those straight. All right, let's plug it back in and see if that light flashes now. Oh, damn it. Got ahead of myself. Wires were touching. Let's try it again. Come on, get on there. Oh, God, quit bending on me. Come on. What's going on here? Come on. Things just bend and won't go into place. There's 1, 2, 3. Go on there. God, what's wrong with this stupid thing? Okay. Now it's flashing. I think it's clouded up, it's hard to see, but it is flashing inside there. You can kind of see it down inside there, flashing like it's supposed to. So this unit's ready to go. Probably let it run for a little while, make sure that transformer's holding up, but other than that, I think it's raring to go. Capacitor's good now. Actually got a bigger capacitor than what it had from the factory. Had two 30s wired in parallel. We're going to put 180 inside the place of two 60s. We're going to have to figure out a way to get that transformer to stay in place. Might to put a cable tie in, drill some holes, put a cable tie on, and I mean, we can always plug up the holes with some epoxy so we don't have to worry about bugs getting inside of the thing. But we'll talk to the customer about that and find out what he wants to do. I'm sure he wants to fix that. It's a pretty cheap fix for a $500 unit. All right, well, until next time, to another video of how to work on one, how one works. We'll see you guys later on. Subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and tell your friends about us. And we'll see you guys later on.